No one. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Wait. Let me finish. No one for now. Hey, what's up guys? My name is Karu, and in this video, I'll be telling you the 5 characters who I think can beat Satoru Gojo if they were to reach their maximum potential. This will be a student-only version simply because they have the most room to grow as the series goes on. And for the sake of comparison, we will assume that Gojo will not get any stronger than he already is. Also, keep in mind that this is simply my opinion and honestly just for fun, so take this video with a grain of salt. Anyway, let's jump into it. But before I actually get into it, I do have an honorable mention, and that's Maki Zenin. Now before you click off this video, let me explain. I don't actually think Maki can beat Gojo, but if you watched my Maki video, you'll know that I talked about how if Maki were to get close to Toji Fushiguro's level of physical prowess, then she would definitely be a force to be reckoned with. In that same video, I said that if she were to get her hands on the inverted Spear of Heaven, it would be very beneficial for her. In this case, she would be able to bypass the most annoying part about Gojo's abilities, which is his limitless infinity technique. That being said though, she would still have to be able to get close to Gojo to attack him with the inverted spear. And the only reason why Toji was able to do so before was because he has 0 cursed energy, making it impossible for Gojo to sense his presence. But that's not the case for Maki, since she does have cursed energy. Just not a lot. So yeah, bit of a curveball for you guys. Alright, let's get into the list. At number 5, I have Aoi Todo. I really debated putting Aoi in this list because he currently isn't able to use Boogie Woogie anymore, which is his ability to switch places of things with cursed energy. By losing this ability, he loses a lot of his potential. But there's a light at the end of the tunnel here. Again, if you watched my video on Todo's Boogie Woogie, I talk about how Shoko Ieri could use her reversed healing technique to heal Todo's arm. If this were the case, then he would probably be able to use Boogie Woogie to avoid a lot of Gojo's techniques like his red and his purple. Not to mention, his mastery of Simple Domain makes it so that he's capable of countering Gojo's domain expansion. Another interesting thing about Simple Domain is that it works in a similar way to Domain Amplification, which is like an aura that completely covers the user's body, neutralizing all cursed techniques it comes into contact with. Since Todo has already grasped how Simple Domain works, I don't think it'll be too hard for him to learn Domain Amplification and bypass Gojo's limitless infinity. Now there is a downside to Domain Amplification in that the user can't use any of their cursed techniques, so it'll essentially be a battle of physical attacks, since neither can use cursed energy to hurt the other. But since Todo is a master at hand-to-hand combat, I'm pretty sure this won't faze him all that much. But that's if he has his arm back, which is why he's at number 5. At number 4, we have the MC himself, Yuji Itadori. Now, base Yuji obviously isn't as strong as Sukuna-controlled Yuji, but since we're talking about him reaching his peak potential, we can assume that Yuji would have complete control over Sukuna. Now we know that each finger gives a portion of Sukuna's strength to the one that ingests it, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure eating all 20 fingers of Sukuna would mean that the user gets all of Sukuna's strength if they're able to stop him from taking over their body. And Gojo has stated that Yuji has the capability to hold Sukuna down once he eats all 20 fingers. With this, Yuji gains access to Sukuna's crazy arsenal of cursed techniques. Most importantly, his domain expansion, Malevolent Shrine. This domain expansion can span up to 200 meters since it doesn't create a separate space with a barrier. In here, Sukuna can use Cleave, which is his slashing attack that adjusts to the target's cursed energy to cut them down in one slice. So yeah, Gojo probably isn't safe in this one since his Limitless wouldn't work in another user's domain expansion. However, there's no real counter for his other techniques yet, so in a battle with Gojo, the best thing Yuji can do is probably utilize Sukuna's reversed healing technique if hit with red or blue. Number 3, we have Megami Fushiguro. Now I ranked Megami higher than Yuji because Megami has a near unrivaled potential with his 10 Shadows technique. If you didn't know, whenever one of Megami's Shikigami are defeated, the power of that fallen Shikigami would transfer to the next one. You know, like in Hunter x Hunter, where each successive generation of Chimera ants gets stronger and stronger. This is what's happening to Megami's Shikigami, and is the reason why Sukuna wants Megami to fully grasp his curse technique for his own gain. Gojo himself said that Megami has more potential and skill than Yuji, his words, not mine. That means that Megami could potentially be on equal footing with Gojo. Don't believe me? Well, Gojo also stated that a long time ago, the ancestors of both the Gojo clan and the Zenin clan butted heads and killed one another. And it just so happens that the ancestor of the Gojo clan wielded the same 6 eyes as Satoru, while the ancestor of the Zenin clan wielded Megami's 10 shadows. Foreshadowing? And at number 2, we have Yuta Akotsu, arguably the strongest student in both Tokyo and Kyoto Jujutsu High. Gojo even says that Yuta has the potential to surpass him in the future. The reason being is that he has an immense amount of cursed energy, even more than Gojo, although it depletes faster. But this doesn't matter as much if you take into consideration Yuta's ability to copy cursed techniques. Paired with his near endless ocean of cursed energy, he could use almost any cursed technique he thinks would be effective against Gojo without having to worry about exhausting his resources. In turn, Gojo would have to adapt to almost all of the cursed techniques we've seen so far throughout the series, which isn't an easy thing to do. But as of now, Yuta has no way of countering Gojo's domain expansion, Infinite Void. Hence why I emphasized in the beginning that no one can beat Gojo, for now. But since Yuta has the ability to copy techniques, it's possible for him to copy the use of either simple domain or its stronger form, domain amplification. If Yuta had access to these techniques, then I think he'll definitely give Gojo a run for his money. Oh yeah, and if you didn't know, Yuta is a descendant of Sugawara Michizane, who is the ancestor of the Gojo clan, making him a distant relative of Satoru. This explains why he's so OP. And lastly, we have my number 1 pick, Hikari.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Okay, if you don't know who he is, Hikari is a 3rd year at Tokyo Jujutsu High and is currently suspended. But the reason why he's in this list is because the man himself, Gojo, said that Hikari can rival him in the future, potentially even surpassing him and Yuta. So hey, I'll take his word for it. I honestly can't wait to see what this guy can do, as his character was teased from the very beginning. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you got some entertainment out of this. For me, it was really fun to speculate about these characters' maximum capabilities, and for the Gojo stans out there, I hope you can forgive me. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.